I'm back. Very quick live stream because I thought this would be better in a video than a text response. Um, I don't talk about it very often, but I have a toddler, and he's very well behaved. A lot of people have met him at conventions. I'm very lucky that he generally behaves himself. And I've been asked recently, like, what do I mean when I talk about behaving yourself? And this poor individual, I don't mean to pick on him too hard because he's just one of many people who have a really hard time understanding this topic. What does it mean to behave yourself? Like, people really, they really struggle with this concept in our organization, the Libertarian Party. What does it mean? What does it mean to behave yourself? Oh my gosh, it's really difficult. So, like my toddler sometimes he has big emotions, and the thing with toddlers is they don't know how to regulate their emotions very well. So, like we practice it, like we'll be putting on his shirt. He's pretty good at it, but if he gets his hand stuck, he came home from the park today and he was very sleepy, and I was prepping for my live stream, and so I just had like a little short break to get him down, and he didn't want to go down for his nap right away, so I passed him to dad and he cried, and then I felt, oh gosh, I'm a terrible parent. I've got to do this live stream that I set, and I wasn't able to get my baby down. He fell asleep pretty quickly, but he cried for like a good 15, 20 seconds. He had an outburst. Sometimes when I change his diaper, he wants to just run off without putting another diaper on, and he screams if I try to put a diaper on him, or he'll take his diaper, his wet diaper, and I'll be like, that's trash, let's throw it in the trash, and he'll go and throw it across the room. He's a toddler, so he doesn't fully understand what it means to behave himself. But that's okay, because he's learning, and generally he's really good. And so, when I say behave yourself, I mean literally behave yourself. And if that is really a difficult concept for people to understand, if they think that it's coded language, it's behave yourself. Do libertarians, like, we have a problem with behaving ourselves? Look at these news articles about us from several years ago. What does she mean, behave herself? Keep your clothes on. You act like a toddler. Strip off your clothes. It's not the only time. I think some people in Michigan have done this. You act like toddlers. You strip your clothes off. You act psycho. Booing at the convention. Screaming, having a fit like a toddler because you didn't like what you heard. Toddler behavior. What does it mean to behave yourself? It means to act like an adult. This sort of behavior in any other organization, you'd get fired, right? Like if you were an employee, you'd be fired and tossed out. No one would tolerate it. But because private political parties are not legal in the United States, somehow we have to tolerate this madness. Behave yourself means behave yourself. Don't act a fool. Don't embarrass yourselves. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass the other professional people in the party who want to be serious. Like, really, it's stop the toddler behavior. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like crazy that you can't figure out what behave yourself means. But it's 100% indicative of the problems that I was talking about earlier with the mob rule and stuff. Like, running that convention was like running a room where 40% of the room were toddlers. And, that's what I have to deal with. And so, I signed up for it. It's fine. Thank you for this mug, world's best mom. It's fitting for my political situation as well. But for those of you who are wondering, what was that secret code that Angela was slipping in when she said behave yourselves? Did she mean, do we have to put on like MAGA hats? Do we have to vote for Donald Trump? Do we have to endorse him? I meant literally behave yourself. that's where we're at. And it is literally a goal that we should try to reach. And it is the first goal because so many of our party members do not know how to do it. Toddler stuff, toddler time. So secrets out. Behave yourself literally means don't throw a tantrum.